Oh no, you broke even in your coaching business. You invested this much into your business and you made this much back. And so you broke even. Here is what you need to do if you are facing this predicament over and over. First of all, I'll start off with a quick story. Once I invested $100,000 into a coaching program back in 2011. And I hired this coach because she believed in me and she helped me, and I made $54,000 in 6 weeks. And then I finally crossed the 6-figure mark a couple months later. So that year I finished off making $115,000 profit, and I invested $100,000. You might think that is insane. And what most people do is they will beat themselves up if they break even. But what happens is I learned the skills that compounded, and that $100,000 of sowing that seed allowed me to multiply that to multiple millions of dollars by becoming the person who can have and hold what it was you desire. You have an identity right now, a self-image, a self-identity of a person who makes X amount of money in your coaching business. And therefore, you are making X amount of money in your coaching business and you are staying stuck or plateauing at that place. In order to 10x your investment, you need to 10x your self-identity, your self-image. And here is how I'm going to show you how you can do this. First of all, celebration. You need to have well-worn grooves, neural pathways in your brain to celebrate the fact that you did break even, the fact that you did make money, that you did the work, that you were profitable, that you took the action, that you were coachable, you were resourceful, you were an action taker, you were committed, you went out there and did the thing and you made money. Okay, so celebration, having an attitude of celebration, having a way of life of celebration. And number 2, focusing on the gains. So many people will be stuck in cycles of shame, beating themselves up, wishing they were further along, mad that they're not there yet. And I used to do that too. Okay, so instead, you want to make like literally, shame is the silent killer. If you have shame, if you are feeling shame, shame was put on you or you put it on yourself. So instead, you want to start focusing on your gains. Turn your shame to gains. Look at, oh my gosh, I came this far. I learned this skill and I did this and I did that and I took this action and I got this feedback and I learned this lesson. Focus on the gains versus the gap. This will change everything for you. Okay, the next piece, if you're breaking even, you're not going ahead. That tells me not only that your self-image is at this level and that you get to grow that, but also you are good at making it happen. You are the person that can take the action to make it happen, which is fabulous. You prove that to yourself. So we just have to raise your standard to a new level. When you raise your standard from breaking even or getting just what you think you need, raise your standard to more than abundance. Exceedingly abundantly above all that you can think or imagine, really increasing. And so how do we do this? You do this by owning your value, owning the lifetime value of the transformation you provide, owning the value of who you are, owning the value of your skills, all the things that you've learned, all the schooling you've had, all the mentors you've had, all the life lessons you've had for yourself first, owning your value. Okay, then owning the lifetime value of the transformation you provide. So when you coach in whatever niche you're in, what are the major benefits associated to your client's result? And you want to charge based on that. So owning your value. And the next thing you really need to do is increase your worth. Right now, you're telling me that if you're breaking even, that you actually know how to make money, you know how to follow the coaching, you know how to do the work, but now take it up a level. Let's increase your worth, that you are worthy of exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever think or imagine, that you are worth it. I think about this quote in the Bible where Caleb and Joshua, they come into the promised land finally after 40 plus years, and Caleb's daughter gets off the horse and says, "Hey daddy, I want that land over there by the springs. I want the one with the water." So are you actually asking for what you want? Or are you just asking to break even? Or are you saying, hey, I am worthy, and those in my life are also worthy of me taking territory in my life and increasing my territory, increasing my abundance. So I challenge you to increase your worth. What do you mean by that, Amanda? What I mean is take the nap when you need the nap, get the massage, sleep in a little bit, wake up a little bit early, take care of yourself. Make sure that you are increasing your own worth by loving yourself. Not in a conceited way, but literally nurturing and loving and taking care of yourself. Because when you have your worth inside of you, other people see the worth in you. So by doing these things, increasing your standard of I want more than enough, I am allowed to have more than enough, I can 10x what I'm asking. And so that brings me to the next point. I think people break even because they know they have to make that much money. So nature abhors a vacuum. If you can say, hey, my goal was $200,000 and I hit $200,000 because I needed $200,000 to break even, and you get that, but you actually want $500,000, well, figure out what you're going to do with that extra $300,000. So figuring out that nature abhors a vacuum, and that extra $300,000 to get your $500K goal, there is a job for that money. There's a little job that you're telling your money's like a little soldier, and you tell your money where to go and what it's for. And then going out there and asking for it, not being afraid to raise your rates, not being afraid to actually ask for what you want. And finally, how to allow yourself to receive. I think a lot of people who are watching this channel say hi in the comments, you're really good at taking action. You're a doer. But a lot of do-do creates a lot of do-do. So you're really good at taking action. What you could work on this week is receiving. Leaning back, letting the love in, letting the compliments in, letting the help in, letting the support in, letting it come to you instead of you pushing and hunting to make it happen. Like, this is when I believe, as a believer, like when Amanda can push and do, perhaps you're the same way. But when I know God's in it is when my heart is humbled and I am like, there's no way Amanda did this. This was all God. And that's what receiving is. Receiving is letting go and letting God. It's trusting God. It's trusting, having faith that what you want wants you. That we live in a friendly universe, and if God is for you, who can be against you? So following these steps, I believe you can increase your worth, your value, and go above and beyond, exceedingly abundantly, overflowingly above what you need to break even. If you're claiming this, put amen in the comments and be sure to watch the next video. My name's Amanda Moxley, and I believe that this is your year of taking territory, that you can do it, that you can increase your value, your worth, your safety, and your receiving. Give me an amen. See you in the next video.